Do you ever not know a meaning of a word, but you're too embarrassed to ask, and you just because you have no idea what that word means? Well, as we're reading Matthew 5 with our family, it kind of dawned on me that my kids probably don't know what some of these words mean. And then I started thinking, do we really understand what all of these words mean? And so found it curious. In Matthew 5:5, it talks about the meek shall inherit the earth. And what does meek mean? That's a word we use all the time, a word we use to describe people. But what exactly does meek need? And how important is it for us to have that characteristic in our life? If you Googled meek, meek is quiet, gentle, and this part I love, not willing to argue or express your opinion in a forceful way. And I thought, oh my goodness, how great would it be if we had more meekness in our families, in the country, in the world? How great would it be to have more meekness, to have people be described as meek? David A. Bednar, in a talk he gave in April 2018, he talked about this wonderful quality. And it was a great, when you think about that adjective and what it means, it really does describe Christ when you think about it. And if we are trying to be more Christ-like and trying to be like Christ, this is a great quality that you can actually try to develop with the help of the Spirit. And it's something to think about. He talks about how meekness is strong, not weak, active, not passive, courageous, not timid. And that how a meek person is not easily provoked and readily acknowledges the accomplishment of others. A lot of times when you think about, am I being meek or trying to describe it, you look at what the opposite of meek is. And when you Googled it and it brought up the opposite, it said impatient, assertive, or overbearing. And at a time when we should stand up for righteousness and we stand up for Christ and be an example and being a light unto others, trying to find that balance of standing up, I think keeping meekness in the back of our mind can only make things better. That you aren't arguing, that you aren't being impatient, that you aren't forcing the will of others, but to stand up for what you believe, but to not argue. Because we know that arguing brings contention, and that contention's of the devil. What good does that do? I love Matthew 5 gives a lot of things that we as Christians should be doing. But also in there, but also in there, it says, judge not, that ye not be judged. And so don't go around judging, are you being Christian? Are you being Christian? Just you yourself. Try to be a light unto others. Try to stand forth. And how much better would this world be with more meekness, with more meek people, just standing strong in their beliefs, but also not arguing, not being contentious, acknowledging the good in others. Just think about that. Think about that. And think about these words as we read them, to maybe look them up and see if you understand them. And to see and try with the Spirit to understand how you can put that better in your life. And then, of course, don't judge others. That doesn't do any good. I hope you all have a wonderful day and to think about that as you study Matthew 5. Thanks.